Hey guys, so today's video is going to be another foundation review, and this review is going to be on the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer Foundation. I'm going to be talking a little bit about it and then I'm going to put it on so you can see how it looks when it's on. So I've used this several times. The shade is a little too dark for me, but I make it work, it's fine. I've had this for a few weeks and I wanted to make this actually like 2 weeks after I got it, but I'm just getting around to it now. And this foundation was very popular a few years ago, or a year ago, but it's a very popular foundation. A lot of people tried it. A lot of people really like this foundation, so I wanted to try it and I just got it because they finally put Milani in Ulta, like in the store, and I wanted to get it because they only had it online and Walmart for the longest time. So I actually went to Walmart to get it several months ago, or maybe a year ago. I don't know, it was a really long time ago, but they were sold out of it, so I couldn't get it. So I finally got it, and I know when they released it, they only had a few shades, but now they have 29 shades. So that 29 shades is really good for a drugstore foundation. Most drugstore foundations only have a few shades. So let's just get into the thing. So this is the Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. I have the shade 00BB Nude. And it looks like this. It is a little too dark for me, but I end up making it work with concealer and powder. I would definitely get a lighter shade, but like the one shade down is too light for me. So I just stick with this shade, and hopefully like in the summer or soon I'll get more of a tan or something. So this foundation has 29 shades and it's starting from 00AA. And it goes to 14A. They recently released more shades of this foundation, and I believe they released like lighter shades and then I think maybe 1 or 2 darker shades. So they do have a lot of shades. So I got this foundation for only $9.99, so $10, and I got mine at Ulta. They used to have this foundation at Walmart. I don't think they do anymore because Walmart like got rid of a ton of makeup brands. So I don't think they have this, but they do have it at Target now, I know. And they also have it at Ulta, of course. And then they have it online too at their website. So they have a lot of undertones for this foundation. I'm just going to read the undertones. So the undertones that this foundation has is pink, neutral, yellow, peach, warm neutral, warm yellow, cool, and red. Like, I feel like the undertones are kind of weird for this foundation. I get neutral undertone foundations because that's what works best for me. Pink undertones are too pink, and yellow, I'm not yellow at all. So yellow undertones don't work for me. So I usually just stick to neutral undertones, just the shade Nude. And this is more of a neutral undertone, but they don't have like a ton of shades in each undertone. So they only have like 1 or 2, which I don't really get, but I don't know. That's just what their things are. You get 1 full ounce in this foundation, and it is in a glass bottle, which I really love. I love Milani's packaging. It just looks really nice. And it is a pump foundation, and the pump is really good. It's not like one that like squirts out. It's a medium to full coverage foundation. It says it's lightweight, which it really is. When I wear this, it doesn't feel really heavy on my skin. It doesn't really cake up either, which is really nice for this foundation because it is more of a full coverage foundation. And you don't really notice you're like wearing foundation, which is really good for foundations. It claims to be long wearing, which this is much... I have a problem with foundations just kind of looking really bad after like 3 or 4 hours of wearing it. Like, I can understand if the foundation, like you're wearing a lot of layers of the foundation, but I don't wear a ton of foundation, like a really heavy layer of foundation. So I don't know why foundations don't last on my skin as much, but they don't. But this foundation does last a really long time. I can wear this foundation all throughout the day without it getting super oily. It's one of the only foundations that I have that doesn't get super oily and looks like really bad after a few hours. And it is an oil-free formula, which is really nice. It claims to be water resistant too, which I actually didn't know until I was reading about this for this video. But it claims to be water resistant, which is really nice actually. It's not waterproof, A lot of people think like water resistant means like waterproof. It is not. It's just water resistant, not waterproof, but it also says it's sweat proof, which would make sense since it's like a long wearing thing. And this foundation is more on the matte side, I would say. It's definitely not like, for a long wearing foundations usually have to be more on the matter side, just so they can be long wearing, and it says it's water resistant and sweat proof, so of course it's going to be more on the matter side, but it's not like drying matte. Like, I know a lot of people with dry skin, it doesn't look like it because I just put on moisturizer, but I do have more, it's like combination skin to leaning towards more like dry, but it doesn't cling on to any dry patches. It doesn't look super dry on my skin. It looks really good, and it doesn't look like, it's not super drying, even though it's matte. It doesn't like cake up and look really dry on your skin, so that is really good. And so I think this foundation would work for like any skin type just because of how the formula is. But that is this foundation. I really, really like this foundation. I think it is one of the better foundations that I do have. First, that's so cheap because this is only like $10, which is crazy for this foundation. I definitely would recommend going and trying this. And if you don't like it, you can always return it. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this foundation. But now I'm gonna do a try on this foundation just so you can see how it applies and how it looks on the skin. And then I will be back to kind of wrap this video up. Okay guys, so this is what the Milani foundation looks like with every like bronzer, blush, highlighter on. I just finished up doing my makeup because I'm filming another video right now. So that is what it looks like. I really, really like this foundation. I think like once I put the powder and concealer and powder and everything else on, I think the shade kind of matches a little more. But I do kind of want to get a lighter shade just to see if I can make it work, or maybe mix the lighter shade and this shade together. I actually may do that. That's actually a really good idea. So I may do that just so like I don't have to worry about it like being a little like, it's just like a shade too dark for me. I really like this foundation. I definitely recommend you trying this out. I mean, it's only $10, and like when you get it, you can return it at like Ulta. I don't know if you can return like makeup at Target. I think you can. I feel like I've done that before. But even if you try it, you can still return it at Ulta. I've done it many times before. And I really like this foundation. I definitely recommend you trying it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation review / try on type of thing. And let me know if you guys like this foundation and if you've tried it and if you liked it or you didn't like it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!